Hey folks, welcome back. My name's Alan from season 10 of Alone, and this is Tenta Outdoors. Today, just a quick fun video. I'm going to show you guys how to make something called a Swedish torch.
Ah, Sweden!
According to my research, this fire lighting method was first used by the Swedish Army in the 1600s during the 30-Year War. The first thing you want to do is label your log like this. Now you can use any size log you want, but 10 to 12 inch diameter, good place to start. My next job is to take off about an inch of my inner corner. It'll give me a hole in the center where I'm going to start my fire. Now, some people take off the whole strip, but because the ground's wet and covered in snow, I'm going to make a little saw cut here. So when I take off my edge with my hatchet, it's going to stop here, so no moisture or snow is going to come up from the bottom. Are you with me? Okay. So I'm going to use my handy little saw here to do a stop cut at the bottom, so when I split off this inner piece, it won't go down all the way to the bottom. Folks, if you are enjoying the content on this channel, Tenta Outdoors, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, that would be awesome. We're going to use some snare wire. We're going to wire it together, one in the top and one in the bottom. Now before we do that, there's a Tenta Outdoors pro tip I'd like to share. So before we wire it together, we want to rough up the inside, okay, with our hatchet or axe from the bottom. If we make all sorts of little chips like so, it's going to catch much more quickly and burn a lot more efficiently at the beginning. So we're going to do this to each piece, just like so. So before I wire this up tight, I'm going to add a couple small pieces of wood to wedge open each crack so the air will flow in nicely to the fire. Let's light this on fire.
Burn it.
Got some sap in here. Folks, some advantages about this style of fire, the Swedish torch, is number one, you can get that focused cooking flame really quickly. You don't have to wait for the wood to burn down for those coals to cook over. Number two, it keeps the fire off the ground. Keeps it away from the moisture in the earth, the ice and the snow. Number three, it's self-feeding and self-ventilating. And number four, it burns for so long. I don't know how long because it's still going, but a long time. So as you can see, the Swedish fire torch is an excellent way to cook. It takes a little time to set up, but within about 5 or 10 minutes of lighting it, it's ready to cook. You don't have to wait for the coals to burn down. In case you were wondering what kind of meat this is a whitetail buck I got last September with my bow. And I got to tell you, it's the tenderest, most delicious venison I've ever had. And I think the reason for that is I hung it for 10 days. And I've never hung anything for that long, but man, every piece I take out of the freezer and eat, it's absolutely delicious and it melts in your mouth. So if you don't hang your meat for 10 days, I highly recommend it. I seem to have forgotten my fork, but I'm kind of used to it. Check this out. Look at that. It's perfect.
That's delicious.
That steak was so good. Whoops. This could be a sparkling water, or it could be a nice cold IPA. I can't recall. Folks, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. My name is Alan, this is Tenta Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.